Hello everyone, this is Garrett and we're going to play Duke Nukem Manhattan Project for the Xbox 360 Live Arcade thingamabob, and it's brought to you by GameAnyone.com. This is the 360 port, which I personally prefer because some of the controls work just a little better in my opinion, and there's some other small extra features, and I'm not sure if the original game could be done in widescreen either, so there you go. But first of all, we are going to the intro on hard difficulty. There's a worm in the Big Apple. Radioactive green globs flooded the city's water supply, turning every sewer-dwelling creature who touches into a man-hunting mutant. This was no accident. It was the work of Morphix, a brilliant mastermind gone bad. But when things go bad in the city that never sleeps, there's one man who can be counted on to take out the trash. Duke Nukem. Hail to the king, baby.
Say hello to my little friend. Let's rock. Don't get your panties all in a bunch.
Also, small cameo of the original Duke Nukem on the wall over here. I had originally actually intended to subtitle that intro because I had no idea what was being said, but I couldn't figure it out.
Time to deworm the Big Apple.
As in, I really couldn't understand what the heck he was saying. So anyway, there's a small secret to the left over here if you jump over the building, and there's a secret shotgun, which I definitely recommend you should get because it's a lot better than the usual handgun, in my opinion. It's also a pretty good long-range weapon, but it uses 5 ammo instead of 1 per shot, which is kind of annoying, but oh well. And you may notice me constantly doing this kick move. It's basically, if you move to the left or right and then press the kick move, which is left trigger on the Xbox controller at least, you do a little slide move, and it does just enough damage to deal the finishing blow to these pig people, basically. And it saves some ammo, basically, and it's a little faster than just shooting them, I think. But that's not really important. It's a neat little thing you can do, but it's not necessary really because there's a ridiculous amount of ammo. Also, to press a button, you have to go to the button and press up, which over here will make sure the water is no longer electrified. And if you pick up that nuke, which is something I'll be talking about in a moment actually, you will, well, there will spawn 2 enemies over here that you should kill like that. And then quickly kill these guys and then shoot the barrels to the left to open a secret area with another nuke in it. Now, there's 10 nukes in every level, although there's also 11 in some of the other levels for some reason. And if you collect 10 of them, you will permanently increase your stats, and as you will basically gain 2 hit points, and I think it can carry slightly more ammo. And you have to collect 10 of them in every level, and you actually need to collect them all, and I believe on hard difficulty, to unlock a secret weapon and a secret boss fight as well. So basically do that, and this walkthrough will show every single one of the nukes in the game. So far already at 5 nukes, and I'm not quite sure if in the original PC version you could see the level statistics on screen, but in this version you can, which is quite convenient because that way you can well tell whether or not you've already found everything or not. And I personally quite like it, really. The controls in this game are sometimes a bit clunky, but it's not too bad if you kind of get used to it, so it's okay. And soon there will be a little trick that I probably have to explain, which is that guy suddenly exploding. And that has something to do, I believe it's the way Duke Nukem climbs on ladders. And what I think happens is that when that pig was standing over there and I tried to climb up, I teleported inside him, basically, which immediately caused him to explode, and, well, that's rather bad for him, really, but that's at least what I think would happen, but correct me if I'm wrong if anyone's ever actually played this game. But you need to save one girl in every
King of the
level,
world, baby.
and find the key card to open the door to the exit, basically. And you need to do this in every level. And that's exactly what we're going to do. So there's three different enemies technically that we found so far. One is the normal pigman and one is a SWAT pigman, which basically just has slightly more health. And there was one small camera robot thingy which also shoots lasers earlier, which explodes when you shoot it and will do a considerable amount of damage to you if you get hit by the explosion. So try not to get hit by those. And he will explode if you walk into him as well, if I remember correctly, but oh well. Now in this room, you need to be careful. Well, at least try not to get hit by the fire too much, since the fire does about 25 damage to your health, or ego as it's called in this game. And 25 is rather a lot to get hit by constantly, so yeah, try not to get hit too much. Also, to grab onto this pipe, don't press any movement keys while you're on the ladder, but just press the jump button and he will grab onto it. Don't hold the jump button, just press it once and he will grab onto it. If you press a movement key while on the ladder, odds are you're going to fall off. And sometimes there's actually a pigman on the far right corner of that place, but to kill him to shoot while you're hanging on the pipe, you need to be hanging completely still, which means that your movement animation must have stopped at that point, because otherwise you won't shoot, and that's really annoying. And it actually took me quite a while to figure that out, because before, I think you can just throw pipe bombs while you're climbing, but you can't shoot normally, which is really annoying. But this was the end of level number 1. We found all the secrets, killed all the enemies, and got all the nukes in the level. So that was level 1, and I will see you in the next video where we will go over level 2. And where I will talk a little bit more about the level rather than the game mechanics, which are pretty much all covered by now, really. So, I will see you in the next video, and I hope you enjoyed this so far. Bye-bye.